Hello. Hello, Rachel. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Awesome. Doing really good. So I'm Ryan, and Isaac, you can tell, is not here yet. He is actually working on getting on here. He's running a little bit late, but we've got Rachel from Eagle-Gryphon Games. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing well, thanks. It's good to be here, and all
Yeah.
my kids are almost all asleep. So if you
Nice.
see a kid
Nice.
running in, sorry.
All good, all good. Mine are preoccupied. One's at work, and then so
Oh,
he'll
nice.
he'll he'll come in, and you'll know he comes in because he'll come in and probably be like, "Hey, Dad, I brought you a drink from work," and I'll be like, like that. And then the other two are painting my daughter's room. So they're one of them has spring break right
Nice,
now. So yeah, yeah.
nice.
So, Rachel, we have a really, really cool show. We're going to be talking about crowdfunding, some of the ins and outs, some of the campaigns that we've liked
Right.
over the years, some of the games that we've enjoyed that we've gotten through crowdfunding campaigns, and then we're actually going to talk in a little bit about Eagle-Gryphon's uh, big campaign that's running actually right now on GameFound.
Yes,
So
right
yeah, it's pretty exciting. So plus another exciting thing, we're going to give away two pledge
now. Oh,
packages tonight. That is huge. Rachel offered this up to us, so we are so grateful. So stay tuned. Stay in the comments. Comment whenever we love audience participation, so comment whenever you want. We're actually going to have a piece of trivia later in the show to give away one of those prize packages, and then
yes,
the
we
other we might just give away randomly, so you need to stay tuned. So
just
yeah, just be in the comments.
just
So
random.
just random. So yeah, so Rachel, we've got a couple questions. I'm going to do the difficult work that I'm used to Isaac doing. He
Where's
comes up
Isaac?
with the
Well,
yeah, Isaac is missing. So but we're talking
I
about
join the show and he leaves.
exactly. Maybe you're supposed to be his replacement. Don't
Oh,
tell him that.
sorry,
I hope
Isaac.
he's yeah, sorry, Isaac. If he's in the comments, I'm not gonna look at him. So so Isaac wrote us a quick opening question. What's your favorite non-board game crowdfunding item? So
That was hard. So I actually haven't fully backed a crowdfunding game that, or not a non-board game.
mhm.
Um, I did give $1 to it's called Briv. It's an air filter.
Okay.
Um, I love plants. I only have like three in this house right now because it's a rental. But
Okay.
we actually lived in Germany before we moved back to the States, and we lived in Germany for 6 years. And plants were so cheap, and
Yeah.
pots were cheap, everything. So I had like 100 plants in my house. It was
Okay.
amazing. So I
Nice.
wanted to have another plant, and it's an air filter with moss, coconut, carbon, and
Really?
wool. And
Okay.
it was this cool contraption that it takes all the bad stuff out in the air, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Bluetooth and everything. It was so gorgeous, but it was like
That's really cool.
$400, and I didn't have
Yeah.
400. So I helped them with $1.
Yeah. Yeah. You put a couple dollars toward it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I've definitely found those campaigns where I was like, I really wish I could jump in this, but here's
Yes.
$5, because
Yes.
I do believe in what they're doing. It's
Yes.
just I may not be able to. Technology is always the hardest one. You've seen the crowdfunding campaigns for new technology where
Hmm.
the company falls apart after a while or something happened with their bookkeeping and it just doesn't work out numerically. So technology is always tough. I actually went one of my very few non-tabletop crowdfunding backs was an album from Five Iron Frenzy, a ska band that me and my wife both fell in love with
That's
when we were
awesome.
teenagers. And so Five Iron Frenzy came back and they crowdfunded their newest album, and it was
That's
cool
awesome.
because when I backed
Mhm.
it knowing that my son loved listening to their music. And so
Oh,
me and my son got to kind of experience the new album together when it was
that's
released.
awesome.
And then
Hmm.
when the hoodie came in, because I went like second or third pledge tier and got a hoodie with the new album artwork on the back, I actually gave it to him. And so he
Oh,
wore
that's
it to
nice.
school, and everybody's like, "Who's Five Iron Frenzy?" So this no name band from Colorado. So, um,
Nice.
but yeah, so I really enjoyed backing some of their stuff because
Right.
it's, I've, hundreds of memories tied to their
Right.
music as a teenager. So,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So, anybody in the comments, let us know what non board game crowdfunding. Let's see,
Giant Rube? Like the Rubik's
Rube,
Cube or
Rube
like
Goldberg. Okay, it was like
oh,
$400, super complicated. When I finally got it, I gave up. So this was one you actually had to set up. They sent you all the pieces, and you had to set this thing up, Bob. That's interesting. I
like
did.
it is it like a Rubik's Cube?
No, so Rube Goldberg machine is like do you remember Pee Wee's Playhouse where it was like the egg comes out of the hen and it falls into the contraption and then triggers this thing and then it pops the
Yes.
toast up.
Yes.
So yeah,
Ah,
Rube Goldberg machine.
you
Okay.
said correct.
Yeah, okay, cool. Interesting. Interesting. So and then MST 3K. Nice. Nice.
I have
So
no clue what that is. I'm sorry,
Mystery
kids with
Science
card games.
Theater 3000. So
Oh wow.
yeah, that's cool. I
Convertible
wonder
sling
how.
bag. That's nice.
Yeah, non convertible sling bag expands to a duffel. Very cool.
That's nice.
I've wanted to. There's been a couple like technology devices that after they crowdfunded, we bought them.
Yes.
So one of them was it was called the Oddball. I'm
Interesting.
90% sure it was crowdfunded, but it was called the Oddball, and it's a beat making machine that's based on velocity and when it strikes something. So
Uh-huh.
my son is a percussionist and he loves making beats. So I bought him 2 years ago for Christmas this ball that is Bluetooth enabled. So you basically set the tones
I need
in
to write this
your
down.
device and then you bounce it against things and it makes the drum beat. It's really cool.
So what's this called?
So it's called the
My hum
Oddball.
my husband's
ODD.
a drummer. So
Oh yeah. No,
our
definitely.
anniversary's coming back coming up.
You can get sometimes they run 20% off on their website. Definitely it's
Good idea.
really,
Thanks.
really cool. So
I do look
Isaac
different.
looks different. Yeah, yeah. I like the highlights. Actually, I was supposed to tell you that your hair is awesome. My youngest saw the promo image of you, and she was like, "That is so cool. Her hair is awesome."
Thank you.
So, yes,
Yes.
I never get
My
that from my kids. So,
but you have the beard and beards are important.
yeah,
It's like
they're not
sorry
enamored
guys
with
without
beards anymore.
yes.
Yeah. So,
So one crowdfunding project that I wanted that I didn't get and I still want it. We're big coffee nerds
yeah, yeah.
and it's called the Goat Story. And it's like this espresso machine, but also a grinder and it's portable. And
What?
uh it it does really well. So
Yeah.
we're all into like the third wave coffee shops.
Okay.
And whenever we go on vacations, there's this whole third wave coffee map, Google Maps, and it will show you where the
Interesting.
third wave coffee shops are. So it's really nice, like whenever you're touring like different countries to like
Yeah.
go where the locals go. And
Okay.
so like finding this coffee contraption thing at the coffee shop that we'd go to for like I think it's like $300, but it's
Yeah.
a nice espresso machine plus it's a coffee grinder plus you can take it on trips like going camping and all that
That's
stuff like
wild. Yeah.
all in one. I would pay whatever like
Yeah. My
$1,000.
wife is going to see this
That's
and then
right.
she's going to be like, "Oh, now I need that." She loves coffee so much. So, um oh, that's a bad one. A crowdfunded
How
foldable
does that
measuring
work?
spoons. 6 years ago still not fulfilled. Ooh, sad
Like it's
times.
like where it flattens and it's like one of those travel things where you can like pop
That'll
it
be
out.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Rick, you'll have
Yeah.
to show us that campaign because we're interested in how foldable spoons work. So anyway, I think all I'm thinking about is that dog dish that like it feels like magic. It's like you have this dog dish that like pops up and it's like
Yes.
put water. It's like I'm enamored with it every time. So Ryan, howdy.
Oh, speaking of dogs, I
Yes.
have one. So if you hear weird noise, it's not
Hmm.
me, by the way.
Okay. Okay. If you
So
hear
it's okay.
jingling, my dogs have collars that like jingle because they slap against each. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, sometimes they just walk through here like they don't
Okay.
know I'm. They know I'm filming. They know I'm live. Come on.
Rick doesn't know
So
how they work. Of
yeah.
course I do.
This is why you backed it, Rick. You were like, I want to see magic. So this is not good. Anyway, on from there, on to board games. What was your first crowdfunded board game?
So I had to look back because it's been a
Yeah,
while.
I
Um,
remember mine very vividly, and
you do?
I have it right here.
You have it.
I also have an empty Fanta pineapple, the best of the Fantas.
I
So,
have tea.
oh, I also, well, this is just
Ooh,
sparkling water thing.
that's nice.
So,
Yeah. So the first one.
yep.
So, do you like to read?
I like the concept of reading. My wife loves reading. She gets lost in a book. I try to read. I give it the old
Okay, you try.
college try. Yeah.
Okay. So this is still a board game, sort of.
Yes.
It's a card game. So Patrick Rothfuss is an author that wrote the King, well, is writing the King Killer Chronicles. He's
I've
come
heard of
out
that.
with the first 2 books,
Okay.
and it's been like 10 years since the second book, and he
Okay.
still hasn't finished. And there's a lot of debate. I'm not going to go down that rabbit trail.
Yeah.
Anyway, in this whole not crowdfund, in this whole chronicles, he talks about this bar game, pub game. And so somebody came out with this Kickstarter called Pairs, a new classic pub game, and it has the King Killer Chronicle stuff in it.
Okay.
So we backed it. I don't know if, yeah, exactly. Tabletop Arcadium. Where is it? I'm glad someone else who knows who it is. He's a great author, but I don't even know if we played the game. We backed it and we got it, but I don't know if we played it. Now, official board game was Rise of Tribes.
Rise of Tribes. Okay.
Yes.
My first Kickstarter game too. Okay. So mine's an interesting one. I think I was worried. So do you remember how much it was? Because I think that's the reason why I backed mine. The reason why I backed what I backed first. So I backed Fishy Tactics. This is just a little cool. My kids were a little younger at the time, but Fishy Tactics was this cute little game from Toby Faircloth. So it's this little mat like that, and you're just moving these wooden fish around this board, and it's a cute little travel game. So, but I remember I was like, if this thing doesn't pan out, I've only lost $10, so I was okay with it. Like that is the reason.
I don't know how much it was.
Okay,
that's amazing.
Okay.
You ordered 2?
So,
wow.
Oh, okay.
Fake.
Yep.
New mistake.
So Rick with first print and play version of Burgle Bros, and then first was Walk on Fire. I remember you loving Burgle Bros so much. So Scott with first game for me was Viceroy, then North Orleans Deluxe. Nice. See, I was so scared of like putting money into something that wouldn't fulfill, because I was like, I'm just throwing money out there into something,
right,
hoping that something comes back.
And you have kids, so you have to like buy clothes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, do I buy shoes or do I back this $100, thing? So,
that never fulfills.
Yeah,
you've given all the money.
So this isn't in the show notes, but let's throw it out there. And we won't Spotlight be too negative, questions. But Kickstarter that didn't fulfill, or that you feel kind of was burned. You got burned.
I don't remember. I was going over the list today. There was a few. It took forever. Oh my gosh, what is it called? We finally got it. It's white, and I always pronounce it wrong. And before, like the one copy, it was started with a T, and it had like the line, and it goes like, it's this nice, like just single line.
Okay.
I know I'm like butchering it all up, but the other one is a circle, and it's like fish and everything, and it's like it took like 4 or 5 years to complete. It starts with the NA. Now this is going to bother me. I won't be able to complete it. Oh, hey, look, I have YouTube up. Anyway, it took forever, but
Yeah.
we backed out of a lot of games that knew weren't gonna fund.
Okay. I
But now
think
that's
the
gonna bother me.
one so mine was what is it? What is it? The baking game mess. What is that game from Big
See,
Kids
I thought it's bothering.
Games? Oh man, now it's bothering me.
See, you had to ask a question that I wasn't prepared
I
for.
know. Now I'm looking it up. Sorry. Can't believe that.
Gee, I really don't know what this board game is.
This is Sweet Mess. That's what it is. Okay, so this is really good video. I mean, live show stuff. Us searching Google for things. So yes,
Tokaido. That's the game.
Tokaido. Okay, so that
Like,
was late. That was late fulfilling.
It took a long time for them to like
I only
actually
played
deliver.
Tokaido. Okay, I only played Tokaido after it was published with friends who brought it over. So I didn't even know that. Okay, interesting.
And I think some people still don't have it. Like, they're still waiting. Like, it was taking forever.
Yeah.
Like, we got it, and
that
then it was like
ago.
people were still saying, "Where's my copy?"
That's rough. So Sweet Mess still has not delivered. That one, I bought that with a, but it's actually in really good hands. Company Fantasia Games, I believe, took it over, and they are running with it and doing a really good job with it. It's supposed to fulfill this year, which is crazy. I never thought I'd see it. I actually purchased it with the understanding that hopefully it would ship in time for my daughter's Christmas when she was 11 years old. She turned 15.
No.
She turned 15 last month.
15. Oh my gosh.
When she was 11, I was going to give her that for Christmas. So,
are you going to give it to her this year if it fulfills?
Yeah, I am.
Does she know about it?
She does, because I told her, I was like, hey, remember that game that I told you all about, because you're a baker and you love baking and you love these cooking shows? Well, it's probably never going to get here. And so she was kind of bummed about it, but whatever. It's fine. So, yeah, I didn't want to go too negative. I just, I think it's interesting when you put money into something and then you're like, it's not happening. So,
no, not happening.
So, what do you look for when you're looking at whether it's a board game campaign or whether any crowdfunding campaign? What are some things for you that you look for when you're looking at their campaign pages or the track record or whatever?
Right. So, I really like the mechanisms, because like my husband loves Rondell. I love worker placement.
Yep.
So we like to look for games that just kind of fit our theme, because we're not big into party games. I mean, we will play some types, like we love Sushi Go. And I mean, that's not, I mean, I guess it is sort of party, but like, sorry, Phil Walker Harding, he's one of our designers, for this hint. But like overall, we're not into big party games. So worker placement is something I look for. Yep. And he looks for Rondell. He loves Rondell. And so normally it's mechanics. Then it's theme, because for me, it could have great mechanics. But if the theme doesn't, goodbye, nope. See, told you, kid.
There you go.
But if she's actually supposed to be in bed.
Nice.
But the theme for me has to stand out, because if I'm going to spend 3 hours on a game and I don't like the theme, I'm sorry, I'm probably not going to play again. It could be a great game, but I just really have to feel like I am connected, and the theme really helps me get into the game and play. So mechanics and theme are a big thing for me.
Gotcha.
With Rise of Tribes, it was really cool because they asked the backers for their help. So we got to vote on like different themes, different cards, different like the animals and everything. And so you felt like you were involved with the process.
Yeah.
And so people was just like designers and publishers that help you feel engaged. Just wants me, it helps me want to give my money even more.
Yeah. That makes sense. Do you,
and double layer boards.
double layer boards are amazing. Like if the option is double layer boards, I always have to have them.
I hate it that it's a stretch goal. I know it's another question, but it has to have double layer boards.
So when you have crowdfunding projects that incorporate like voting or people's feedback and stuff like that, do you usually give feedback in those?
Yes.
Okay. I am 50-50. Sometimes I don't know. I think that if I care a lot about the question, where it's like, do you want this person in this pose or this pose? Usually I'm like, I don't really care, Whereas if it's something like a quality of gameplay or something like that, which one would you want? I usually do vote for something like that. So
okay.
Yeah. So for myself, things that I look for.
Double layer boards?
Double layer boards. But things I look for are usually like the track record of the company. Like what things have they put out in the past? That's one of the things that when I see a new Kickstarter project, immediately I say, have I seen them fulfill something before? And was it a year or two late, or was it? And that's not always the fairest comparison.
Right.
But I think nowadays with Kickstarter and GameFound and Indiegogo and all of these platforms, it's gotten far enough where there are plenty of companies who have shown their track record, have shown, hey, we can fulfill and we can do it mostly on time, so that's one of the things I look for. And then the other thing that I look for is, I would probably say theme. Theme is really important. Like the reason why I went after Sweet Mess was because of the theme. It connected with me and my daughter, as she loves baking and stuff like that. And so some of the games that I'm going to share that I kickstarted in the past, the reason why is theme. So but so let me see what the next question. Again, Isaac is coming shortly. We've got some giveaways, so stay tuned over the next couple of minutes here. And then let's talk about what is a turnoff on a campaign. What is something that when you look at the campaign, you see something going on, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to put my money in this one.
So this might take like 30 minutes. So be prepared. I'm just kidding.
I have 10 crowdfunding turnoffs.
I have my husband and I actually talked about this today. And we just kept going back and forth. So I was like taking notes, because it was like, so one of the first ones is funded in 30 seconds. When a crowdfund funds that quickly, you're like, why? And it's usually because either the goal was really low to reach, and then all the stretch goals take forever. Like that's what you need to do. Like it's a smaller goal reach to do, but then you have to go through all of these stretch goals just to get the base game. And so it's so deceiving, but they want that 30 seconds.
It is.
And so that, but also either they have like a really big following already, and so it funds really quick because there's like thousands of people already following the campaign. So it's just not realistic. Like I hate that whenever you see it like that, it's like, well, okay, but does that mean it's a really good game? That's one point.
So I think mine's a little more surface. I think some of my crowdfunding turnoffs are a little more surface. I think that a really bad video makes me feel weird about backing something. I had a couple years ago, somebody approached us about doing a preview for a game that was going to Kickstarter. This first game that this person put out, and they put together the page. We were doing a preview for it. We had the game in hand, and it was good. I actually really liked it. It was a tile laying game that I really liked, and we ended up backing it because we enjoyed it so much. But the person had a video when they first launched. The video was really, really bad. And that's the thing. This is not 10, 15 years ago. This was 3 years ago, and so there's little to no room for
Right.
really bad content now because
Right.
so many people are doing good things on crowdfunding platforms. And so I told him, I said, I'm kind of worried. There's some numbers that I'm worried about for what you're trying to reach, and then your video is really like that's your front door, and it's
Right.
rough, man. I
First
I
impression.
felt weird about it, and I'm going to back your game. And so he ended up canceling the campaign and starting from scratch, and did a great job with it. And
Good.
so it was really, really cool to see that, like,
The
he
whole.
was willing to take a little bit of criticism, and the video actually changed from that point forward. And I think it helped the campaign a lot. So, yeah. Rick says, fan of gifts on how to play the game or whatever those are. They make
Those are
me
awesome.
happy. That's
Those are
true.
awesome.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
those. But we're
So,
talking, Rick, we're talking about negative things.
yeah,
Like,
we're done with what we like.
we're done with the
Yeah.
happy things.
Yeah.
So another one for me, I don't want people to hate me because this is a really good game.
Yeah.
But Arc Nova,
Okay.
the pictures. That's an example.
Yeah.
So I don't like crowdfunding campaigns that have pictures for artwork. If you're going to produce a game, especially nowadays,
Who is
you
it?
need to. My dog's whining.
Oh, that's
But
funny. It sounds
uh,
like an accordion or something.
um, but like I want to spend money on good
Okay.
quality stuff. So
Yeah.
good quality components, good quality artwork,
Yep.
like the Harry Potter games by USopoly, like
Yep.
it's just pictures.
Yeah.
And for Arc Nova, I'm sorry, it's a really great game. We own it, but
Yeah.
like it looks like a prototype. The pictures,
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
all like some you can kind of tell that they
Yeah.
have sort of been worked on, like sort of
Yeah.
like begun. And I'm like, oh, see, here there it goes.
There you go.
Just not work. Don't like it.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I played Arc Nova with Bob. Bob taught me how to play the game. Bob's in the comments right now. And I remember looking at one of the cards and I was like, man, they put like 3 different filters on this card. Like they were
Yes.
really trying. It reminds me
No.
so much of how bad Terraforming Mars is with the artwork. I remember playing that game and being like, this is finished, right? Like this is actually published, and looking at the disparity between cards and like the art styles, and the fact that it's like, yeah, we took a picture in a lunchroom somewhere and we threw a couple
No.
filters on it.
No.
Looks pretty good to me.
No.
So
That's awful.
yeah, it's rough. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, these crowdfunding campaigns, they have to step up with what
They
is out
do.
there now. It's
Right.
oh man, it's tough. Do you think it's tough? And this is not a question on our sheet, so another
No.
off the sheet question. Do you think it's tougher for nowadays because so many companies are in the crowdfunding space? Do you think it's tougher for the one off, the person who them and their kid built this game and they're just doing the best that they can? Do you think that they have less of a chance now, or if it's good enough, it's going to come to the top?
I think there's always room for everyone.
Yeah.
I know board gaming and crowdfunding stuff, it's an oversaturated market. I mean, even
Mhm.
with reviewers, like there's tons of reviewers out there, but there's still room for everybody. You just
Yeah.
have to look. And
Yeah.
so, depending on how you present the game, depending on how you market the game, even if the quality isn't Eagle-Gryphon quality,
Yeah.
or Renegade Games came out with My Father's Work, which
Yeah.
is one of my favorite games. Like yeah, I know.
That
It's
was I
amazing
almost
game.
missed it. Yeah.
It
I
is.
almost missed that one.
Yeah, I got a review copy, so
Oh, so good.
it was so fortunate. But like, the quality and the components are
Mhm.
so good.
Yeah.
So there's a bar, like there's a level, but I feel like if you just study well and push it out there,
Yeah.
then people are going to notice it. It might not be as amazing as some of the other publishers.
Yeah.
But as long as you reach your goal, then I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of the point, right?
Yeah. And putting realistic goals behind it, So
Right.
it is always good to see, somebody who's new, really have a successful campaign and do really well and have opportunities to have their game come to the light of day, So we have Isaac jumping on the call. So he is jumping in, getting set up right now. So
there's my puppy.
What's up, puppy? What is the puppy's name?
Hatchet. He is a
Hatchet.
German short hair pointer.
Nice.
We bought him in Germany and then spent like $3,000 to transport him over.
Ooh, wow.
Yes. Hello, Isaac.
It's Isaac.
Hey, yeah, more doggo. That's always the better choice.
Yeah, so this is the dog cast. We've converted from talking about board games. We're talking about we're airing grievances against Kickstarter campaigns and talking about dogs. So
talking about dogs.
And we're talking about we've fallen off the rails here. So
that's okay. I was listening on my drive home. I'm so sorry. I had a meeting go way longer than it was supposed to. So to catch up,
we got a request. Can Hatchet take Isaac's place?
Yes.
I could get my dog. I don't know where she's at.
Can we just replace all of us with dogs? I have a funny feeling the ratings would fly for this show. So.
Oh, people finally start watching.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So we've got
100%. I was napping.
Let's go. So.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, Rick's here. Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, Rick shows up anytime there's a space to taunt Isaac.
Yeah, that's useless. Nice to see you, Rick.
Oh man. So, all right. So Isaac, Rachel's gonna talk about the current campaign, but we want to do a giveaway first.
Yes.
So as we start talking about the campaign, why don't you talk about Rachel, talk about the first part of the campaign. There is a Sid Saxon collection component, and then there's actually a part of the campaign that is a myriad of really great designers have put together some games. Why don't you talk about that design group first, and we'll actually do a giveaway for that package.
So are you talking about the GBS?
Yes.
The Gryphon bookshelf series.
Yes.
I actually have those prototypes here.
Nice.
I do. So here's Tanis. Ken Hill, who is our product development manager. My dog is great. He was the one that actually put this together at last minute, so please pardon his work. It was great. But this is illustrated, so designed by Phil Walker Harding. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows who he is. But it was illustrated by, I have the notes, Mila Harbour. I think I am pronouncing her name wrong, but she is a Ukrainian illustrator. And Ken used to work at Rio Grande. Mm-hmm. He brought this over with him, and we played it in December whenever we had a Eagle-Gryphon retreat, and we loved it. And so we told him that the artwork needed to be better. Well, I told him that because I love art, and he said he knew this illustrator, and she is in Ukraine. And so with all the war and everything happening, like power outages and everything, she was working around the clock. Whenever the power would go out, like she'd stop, and then when the power would come back on, like she was working. And so like mad props, like she's great. If anybody is a designer, like they need to get her to illustrate, like awesome. That was just my shout out to her. Like she's awesome.
Nice.
So this game plays, it says 14 and up, but it's just because of the components.
Sure.
It's 2 players, 20 to 30 minutes, and it includes this box inside. So I don't know if anybody has watched the video, but like we put a light in here, so it's kind of messed up now. So as I was opening it, like it was like this yellow light.
Gotcha.
It was so cool. But these are wooden dominoes. And so you are an archaeologist with somebody else, and your goal is to make sets. So it's a set collection game. but you can't move the tiles unless you have certain cards. Like you can't just move them around. So use these little nifty tools and like you're digging, so to speak, because you're trying to create scrolls. Yes, ooh, nice components. I know they're buttery smooth. And so you're taking them out and you're trying to make sets. And we also have a reference card that talks about, like it gives a nice little example. And I'm about to send my dog out. And
we can barely hear the dog. Barely, so
he's like at the door. And then it talks about the size of the group. So the bigger the size, the more points. And I think it was today we actually started talking about the God tokens. And so this is also part of it. It's an kind of a variant, and it's a way that you can get more points.
Okay.
Nice.
And you also have cards that will help you. So like the Explorer one says, slide one tile, then take another tile. So different ways, you can only use it once, but ways to help you win the game.
Okay.
And it's a 2-player. So it's really nice. Like you honestly could just take this box with you, and you don't have to take the main box.
Gotcha.
Like you don't need the big one. You just,
because really the tools and stuff are in the big box, right?
And you don't necessarily need the tool.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
it's because we like to add extra components that look awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Nice. So that is that game. So let me see, try to put that there. But Phil Walker Harding, I got to do a Q&A for all of the designers. Yeah, he's right there.
The dog gets up. Dog cam. There we go. So
that's what
hey, if you want to buy me a dog cam, I'll be more than happy. So I got to do a Q&A with all of the designers, and Randall has them, our CEO. I don't know how he's going to release them, but in it, Phil Walker Harding got to answer all these questions about Tanis, and so I can't really answer those because it's a nice buttery surprise. So there's that. Next, we have A Bard Day's Night. And A Bard Day's Night is by Alf Siegert, and he is one of the designers that we have. Let's see if I can see him. We have Rhoda Canberry. We also have, I can't say it right, but it's like Fantisqua. I don't know how you say it. And then Illumination. But he is actually a professor, and he teaches in Utah, and they actually use video games. Like he's an English professor, but they also get to use video games, which I think is awesome. Legit.
That's cool. Yeah.
And I know I'm like butchering his job description all over the place, but he's a great guy. So this is A Bard Day's Night, and you're minstrels or bards, and you are trying to create ballads. This is a prototype. This is not the final copy, so do not expect it to look white. But anyway, so you use the back, and the back is your actual board game, board. And so you have these cards that have different characters and different food items and different songs, and you're trying to create a ballad. And the food, you're using the food, so the kind of theme is where people are actually throwing food at you because you are these starving artists, and as they're throwing it, you're catching it in appreciation, and then you're going to use the food later to get money, and money is points. There's no actual money in this game. It's literally points. But they're really cute, and in the Q&A, and actually in the video that I did, talks about one of Al's favorite combinations. So like that, as they're showing it. And so it's a really fun game. I think it's 2 to 4 players, and you get to act like a bard. So whenever you read out the ballad, try to use your best bard voice.
Oh, nice. It's a singing voice, isn't it?
It's a singing. Yes. Yes. I don't have a good one.
I don't know that I can do that.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be good at the game, but I'd be terrible at the execution. So,
two baritone voices, you and I.
Yeah.
Yes. I tried in the video, I tried to be lower. But I don't know how successful that was.
That's funny. So as part of, because we're going to be doing a giveaway for this package off the of GameFound, why don't you guys, whoever's in the comments, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and share what vegetable you would love to have thrown at you if you were a singing bard in a tavern. So just post those in the comments, and we're going to do something with them in a little bit.
That you want to have thrown at you?
Yeah, because that's the whole theme of the game.
Vegetable? Yeah,
but the one you
if you have a tomato,
would not want. Oh, yeah.
The one that you would want. Like I want somebody to throw a blueberry pie at me.
Oh, that's not a vegetable. That's a pie.
But tomatoes are not vegetables. Those are fruit.
That's a fruit.
Those are vegetables. Yeah, those are fruit. So
full on pumpkin, son.
Oh, jeez.
I would throw a watermelon at Rick if it was him.
That would be good. So, full on pumpkin,
lettuce,
so ears of corn. So,
have you guys heard of that chord song? I would go for
the corn kid.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, our kids love it.
Oh my gosh, the kids.
We play it in the car. Our kids ask for the song now.
Oh, it's terrible. So beets. Oh, that would be awful. So I think I don't know. I think I'd be fine with the tomato because I don't know. So
edamame.
Edamame. I like
those
that.
Are small.
So,
you could catch those in your mouth.
Yeah, it'd be delicious. Oh, snow peas. Somebody throw snow peas at me.
I'm really hungry now.
Yeah, I know. So very good.
Where's your wife's cookies? Didn't she make cookies last time?
That's true.
She did. Still waiting on mine in the.
They never,
sweet potatoes.
Yeah. Ooh, sweet
I would do a sweet potato. Nice. No one said sweet potato, but I love sweet potatoes.
Asparagus spears. I feel like that's asking for an eye injury. Right.
Oh, 100%. So, I would go Pringles. I think.
Pringles are not okay, that's fine.
This is a vegetable right here.
That's a vegetable. Oh, you got
pizza.
The pizza kind? Come on. That's like a oh man, cream corn.
They're gone.
Disgusting.
I ate them all.
So Isaac, why don't you give us a number from 1 to 25?
1 to 25. Let me roll this D25 I have sitting here.
Just do the D20.
Sitting there.
Yep.
Did you unplug yourself? What happened?
It did.
I think we lost Isaac, except for his audio.
He doesn't want to win her.
You're not. I'm gonna drop you and then bring you back in. That's weird. He got stuck.
What happened?
I don't know. We hear you, but you're smiling in this picture.
You froze.
Yeah.
It's a good picture.
What the heck? I swear tonight has been interesting.
It's a great
you can still hear me though.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
It's
still
a great
hear you.
picture. Frozen picture.
It is a good frozen picture.
Number 1 through 25.
Yep.
Still got me?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, I rolled my imaginary D25 and I came up with 16.
Okay. Go ahead and talk about the next game while I get the winner.
So Mike Fitzgerald has created tons of card games, including baseball highlights, football highlights, and now crunch time, basketball highlights. And so he wanted to do another game within the sports. And so this is crunch time. It fits with our GBS series, so it's a lot smaller. It's easy to on the go. And if you guys have seen the videos, which I also have with me, they have these epic basketball miniatures, these cool, really cool things. And I must say, if you play the game, it's kind of a must because otherwise, I mean, we still have good components, the wooden components, but avocados. Someone just mentioned avocados. These basketball meeples just make it seem more basketball-like.
Yeah.
So your goal is to, in this tug of war style game, because you have
it's 2 players, right?
Right. It's just 2 players. Yes. Or it can be solo. So you can also play it by yourself.
Got it.
But the point system, it's not 5, 10, 15, it's not continuing going up. It's going back and forth depending on who gets the points for that round. And you're trying to obviously have the most points by the end of the game. And you have a deck of cards in your hand and you get to move your little people on the board. very simple with cards. Like, it's a fast pace. It only takes about 20 minutes. There are different variants. We have a overtime. We also have, I don't remember what the other one's called at the top of my head. But then we also played it in Arizona, and we created a new variant to kind of make it a little harder. So there are different cool ways to play it, but it's super fun, and yeah, I like
That's
it.
cool. I really like. I feel like some sports are underutilized in board gaming, and that's definitely one of them. I'm actually
Like
very
croquet.
excited about that one. So yeah, croquet. Come on, more croquet.
He's
More.
back.
There we go.
Hello,
Yeah,
Isaac.
this is crazy. Usually I'm not the dysfunctional one.
Yeah, I'm usually the dysfunctional one. So we do have a winner of this first prize package of these amazing games.
Drum roll, please.
Douglas Lang, what's up? Douglas, you are the winner. So we're this first package of games, which is going to include, I'm getting my list back. Rachel,
Which
can
includes
you,
this one.
Yes. Rachel, can you share which games Douglas has won?
These three.
These three.
The prototypes. You don't get the
Perfect.
final.
Just the prototypes. I'm sorry.
Just the prototype. So so what we're going to do is we are going to connect with Rachel after the show and work that out through the GameFound campaign that is running right now. So yeah,
congratulations.
So now, second part of this campaign, which is a famous designer, and you're going to tell us a little more about what this is all about.
So yeah, our second part to this
Douglas
campaign
wants to know if we can send him a vegetable with the. Yeah, sure. We could we throw some green beans into it or something? Maybe.
Yeah, edamame.
Yeah.
We need something that like gets moldy pretty fast.
Can of cream corn, perfect.
Free can of cream corn.
No. We need something that like isn't in a package that you send it, and so when he opens it, like there's mold and it's
a pouch of cream corn.
Yeah.
That'll never make it. So.
No.
Gross.
Moving on.
Yeah, the second part to this epic campaign is called the Sid Sackson Legacy Collection, and I don't know how many people have played Sid Sackson games, but our company has tons of the diaries that he created. Like he was a really great board game designer, and we just absolutely love his games. We actually redid the bazaar just recently, and so we have some Markham Bazaar. Yes, Can't Stop is one of them, and we have these games. So the story behind this, and Rick, actually our president, did a update on our campaign page, and he talks about the story behind these legacy collections, which is really cool. I mean, I've learned so much just through this campaign. So the Eagle-Gryphon team in 2015 went to, I have to remember what it's called, the Strong National Museum of Play. Have you guys heard of this place?
No.
It's in New York.
Okay.
Not.
It's Rochester, New York. It is a highly interactive, 100,000 square foot educational museum.
Wow.
Play.
Wow.
Board games, video games.
Pretty awesome.
Sesame Street. And so like this museum has the Sid Sackson stuff. And so Rick, along with our staff at the time and some other people, went to this place, and they actually got to go through all of his diaries and to collect all of them. Nice. Like pictures, they printed off like 200 pages worth, 20 cents each, of his prototypes, pictures of the rules and everything. And then Dan King, who is part of the Game Boy Geek, actually got to help in this process. And so a big thank you to him. And he went through the different diary pages and tried to decide and help which of Sid Sackson's games would be worth publishing. Nice. And that is what we've come to. 6 years this has taken. Our company to create these 2 legacy collections.
That's wild. Yeah.
So we are very excited, and it was like, okay, come on guys, like it's 6 years, let's get this, thing published. No longer waiting for, because we know people love Sid Saxon. So in the red box, we have Cinema, which is new. It was part of his diaries. It's never been published. We also have Dig Site, and we have Bowling Solitaire. Now, Bowling Solitaire and Dig Sites have already been originally published. Dig Site was published in 1974. It was called Corner, but it was in German, which I did not write that word down, but by Ravensburger. And so that one had already been published, but it's now more of an archaeological theme. And so you are trying to collect artifacts. The middle one, yes. And it's either 2 players or it's 4 players. So with 2 players, one person is on the sides, moving their little shovel thing, and then the other player is on the bottom. And so one player will be in charge of this way, the horizontal, and the other person will be in charge of the vertical. And as the shovels, like where they meet, that's the artifact that you pick up, and those are the gems. And so you're going through trying to make set collections, which is a really fun, fast game. I didn't get to play it with 4 players, but I did get to play it with 2 players. And like there's boulders that you can't pick up, and you're just trying to collect the most. Simple, sweet game.
Okay.
Kids would like it. Just don't let them choke on them.
There you go. Yeah.
Don't sue us, please. But the next one is Cinema, and Cinema is the newer one, which I really like because you are trying to create movies. So you're trying to bring movies to the theaters in a sense. And growing up, I was either into musicals or into war movies. Like I love Gladiators, and I love Singing in the Rain and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. So this movie, the cinema game, is you're trying to create these movies. And so it might say, instead of Singing in the Rain, it was like, I don't remember, it was an off name.
Yeah.
But like it instantly drew me in because I was like, I love these movies. And so you're trying to create movies with other people. And so this would be more of like a party game because it's a higher player count. It's 3 to 5 players, and you need people to create these. You need their scripts, you need their talent. But you want to win. So in a round, if you're the person who's you are going to be, the other people are going to be negotiating with you. So they're going to want you to get their scripts, like to purchase them. Or they could say, if you choose my script, I promise you that I have the talent for it. And if you see on those, the talent, it might have, like if the script's to the left, like Ben Hurt and all that stuff, like it has lips. So that's for a female, that has a hat for the male. And so you're looking for those talents, and you're also looking for the genres. And the talent will have that of maybe they like to do comedy, or maybe they like to do action. And so you're trying to match them. The more things that you can match, the more points you get. And then to the top right, you'll see awards and all that stuff. So you're trying to create these awesome things. And so it's really fun because like you need people, but you also don't want to use them. And so like it's a bunch of talking between each other. Very highly engaging, very interactive. And so if somebody likes a game that has a lot of interactiveness, like this is a perfect game for that.
Very cool.
I really liked it. The next one is Bowling Solitaire. That is 1 player, and that's the last of the red set. And it was originally published in 1969. It is a mathematical solitaire game. So I stink at math, but I did play this game. And it's basically like bowling. There's 10 frames. You set up the pins with the cards, but instead of actually having a legit like bowling ball that could break your fingers, you have cards. My husband did break his fingers with the bowling ball.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It was my daughter's birthday. So,
Yikes.
But so you don't have to do that. You can bowl from home. So you have these cards.
You guys go to the bowling alley. I got it. I got cards.
Yeah. So you set up the pins with cards, and then over to the right, you will have the different stacks of these pins that represent bowling balls. And so, for instance, let's say one of the pins says 4 in the bowling ball section. Well, over on the pin section, where all the bowling pins are, you want to try to knock down as many as possible. But you have to hit the legal area. And it's all in the rule book of which area that you can actually hit.
Sure.
So either you could hit a number 4, because the pin says 4, the bowling ball says 4, or you could hit down a 3 and a 1 if they're next to each other.
Gotcha.
And your goal is to hit as many pins down as possible, as fast because you want to strike, you want to spare, or you want to continue on.
Makes sense.
So it does take a lot of math, because if you get a strike, for instance, you have to move on to the next frame. And then if you get another strike, then you move on to the next frame. And then you have to remember how that whole like bowling thing works. But it was fun. I still did awful, which I always do awful in bowling. So, we're not going to go there.
So it's realistic.
Realistic, yeah. Realistic bowling action. So. That's
and
really
you can
cool.
take it to go. Yeah, 1969. That's what I have right here.
That's really cool.
Isn't that crazy? That was a long time ago.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yes. So that is the first set.
Wow.
Isaac was born a year later.
Oh. Yep, that's true. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
That's how old you are.
Yep, that's true.
I think you should have more credit.
It's not true. Ryan and I are.
We're close. We're close.
But we're not that old.
Yeah.
Can I ask how old?
How old Ryan is? Yeah.
How
Ryan's
old both of you guys are?
41.
Older, 40. How old am I? 44.
Oh.
There is that age where you have to think about it. I don't feel 44.
Yeah, I still feel 28. So.
Nice.
But here I am.
Yeah. No throwing. So. I mean, you could throw a card in between your leg.
Yeah. See how that works out. Yeah.
We had a bowling event. It was why Hank brought this up. And there was mini games in the bowling event. You had to get 3 7s in a row or get 2 strikes. And one of them was bowl between the legs and get a strike. And I kept trying. I failed at it every time. So. And finally, the guy who was running the event, because it was like a fundraiser, he's like, I didn't say it had to be your legs. So I had somebody stand up there and bowled right through his legs.
Anyone
got a strike. So,
very nice.
Yeah.
So. Good job.
Thank you.
So the second half of the Sid Saxon Legacy Collection, this is actually a second box. Tell us a little about the games. We're running low on time, but I want to make sure that we actually cover all these.
I'll crunch time.
There we go.
So all 3 games are new in this one. So we have I'm the Boss dice game, which I don't know if anybody's familiar with the I'm the Boss game that we have. But this is kind of like that, but it's a little different because obviously it has dice. And it was originally named Deal Me In. So you're you're trying to get deals. You have to work with other people, because if you don't get a deal, no one gets money. And so you're trying to level up your expertise, for the people that you're using. So if you have media, or if you have legal people, or if you have people in politics, you're with the dice that you roll, which you can see in the picture, it will level up those different colors. You see those little rows. Yes. So that will help you get more expertise. And you can actually kick people off of that if they're the highest, and then you will have the most. And by getting an expertise level, then you get influence cards, which influence cards are actually great because they're hidden help cards for you. So if you're in a round and you're not the boss, but you want to be the boss because you want that deal, you can use a hidden influence card. For instance, I'm going to be the boss for this deal. So you play it, and then now the boss changes to you, and then you get the deal, and then you get the money. So it's a really fast pace. It says 20 to 40 minutes, but shorter, smaller, and actually, this is a side note, we are including add-ons. So if you read the update that Rick wrote, we are adding on to this campaign, and it's going to look the same with all the different legacies. We are going to be adding on the Can't Stop and I'm the Boss games. So not only can you get the legacy red and blue, but you can also get the Can't Stop and I'm the Boss, and they're all going to look the same on the sides.
Very cool.
So there's that. Then we have Banana Blitz. It is a trick-taking game, and like a trick-taking game. Well, I can't say that fast. You're trying to have the lowest amount of points. So it has different suits, and instead of hearts, spades, clubs, it is fruit. But bananas give you points, and whoever gets to 50 first loses, but you can also get to 0. So everyone starts at 25, and as you're going around, if you don't have that suit, you can play a banana, and the person who has the highest number of the suit that was played would take the banana.
Got it.
Okay.
And then it would add points. However, if you get 12 bananas, then that's the whole set of bananas, and then including the fruit salad, which is also wild. But then you get negative points. So then you can actually minus your score. So instead of, let's say you have 24 points and you get a whole set of bananas, then you have 12 points. And so that's how you can actually get down to 0. I love bananas too, by the way, Rick.
That's very cool.
So anyway, that really helps. And then there's also cards like the rotten apple, which will double your points. So instead of having 10, because if you don't get a full set of 12 bananas, then you get, like if you have 10 bananas, then you get 10 points. But then if you also have the rotten apple, then you get 20 points added to your score. What's it called? The glorious grapes, I think.
Nice.
I think that's what it said.
Glorious grape.
That will like half your points. So even if you have a 12 set of bananas, like you would only have -6 points. So you don't want the glorious grapes when you have all 12 bananas. So you would want it whenever you have like 10 bananas and you can only get 5. So that is Banana Blitz, and it's never been published before. Fast-paced, really fun.
Isaac is the most enthralled with that game.
I hate bananas.
Man, whatever.
Really?
You love it. You love them so much.
Bananas.
You're off track, Ryan.
Sorry.
I love bananas. They're the best. I eat them all the time.
Anyway,
the last game, Scope. So Sid Saxon actually wrote this for people who were in the VA hospital.
Oh, wow.
And that was also part of Rick's update, which is really good, guys. Everyone needs to read it. Rick did such an amazing job. Our president.
I'll post another update.
It's really good.
This is the basically look in the chat, and you'll see a line for the update that was written about the diaries. So really good stuff.
Right. Yeah, awesome. It was really good. And I actually got to talk to Dan from Game Boy Geek a little bit more, and with him telling me all about just the Sid Saxon stuff. It's a really cool story, a lot of good information. But with this game, it does say 1 to 4 players, but Dan says that you can have as many people as, basically as many papers as you have. It's kind of like with Welcome to, where you just need to see the cards. Right. And so with this game, it's kind of like a bingo style game. And you see on the right side, you see the paper, and it has all these different numbers. So there's a deck of 20 cards, 1 to 20. Each number is only in the deck once. And you flip over a card, and let's say you see an 8. Well, you can either mark out the number 8, only one number 8, or you can mark out like the 5, the 2, and the 1. But they have to be horizontally and vertically connected to each other. Okay. And so your goal is to mark out as many numbers as possible by the time the 20th card is like played, because whoever has the least amount of numbers left, not value, but the amount. So you might have 4 numbers left, then you get 4 points, and whoever has the least amount of points left is the winner.
Nice. That's very straightforward. That's
like
very
Sudoku,
cool.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that concept.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
I like that. That feels like the perfect, like, hey, we're just sitting around after dinner. Let's throw this on the table. Like, it really does. So So in order to give away these 2, so Rachel, what is somebody going to win when they do this action here?
This next one?
Yeah. So
they're going to get the 2 red, like they're going to red box and the blue box.
Yep. So we need to know from anybody watching right now, what is the first published Sid Saxon game according to BGG? According to Board Game Geek, what is the first published Sid Saxon game? I need the name and the year. Name and the year. Well, first one in the comments gets.
I wish we could hear like keyboards going,
Well,
man, furious typing.
As I've been looking this week, what a cool way to pay homage to somebody, right? As a designer, to be able to say like you had some really cool stuff, and maybe it didn't see the light of day, but I love that Emerson's involved with this. One of my favorite designers, like just so cool, right? To see like, hey, let's pay some respect to where we've been, and just for what you went over. Some of those sound amazing. I can't wait to try them. They look like some really good stuff. I love I'm the Boss. I can't wait to try the dice game.
I haven't played it, so I'm really excited that we're doing a recreation because I've heard so many like
good
things
try
about it.
But no,
that's awesome. We're still looking for a winner.
Yep.
Let me set up the next section that we'll have to fly through.
We're gonna fly through
our normal game chat. We like to do what's called the Game Chat Presents Pick 5. And we're gonna pick 5 great games that were crowdfunded. GameFound, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Made in Ryan's Basement, whatever it is. We want to share 5 games we like that were crowdfunded and share you some.
Tabletop, no.
Sorry.
Boom. We got a winner. So Richie Ang, Poke in 1946. Poke in 1946 was the first. First published game according to BGG. 1946. Poke. Richie, you have won the Sid Saxon Legacy Collection. We're going to get you connected up with Rachel to get this set up in GameFound. Thank you so much, Richie. So
congratulations. That's awesome.
Right. Okay, so we're going to fly through.
Start with Rachel.
Rachel.
Show us one. What do you got?
All my games are huge, guys. So before I joined Eagle-Gryphon Games, I was actually going to pull off Weather Machine, but we did a review for that, which is how I ended up with Eagle-Gryphon Games. We backed this, and I absolutely love this game. I mean,
beautiful game.
I could go on for hours talking about this game.
Yep.
Yeah. Isaac loves it. He talks about it all the time.
Love it. Ryan, what do you got?
I got Campy Creatures 2nd edition. Campy Creatures, the very first one, Keymaster Games. This was one early on in Kickstarter backing. I backed Campy Creatures. When 2nd edition came out, I had to get it with the bigger box, all the extra stuff, wooden tokens, all the great stuff inside. I love Campy Creatures, and I love that I was able to support Kickstarter both times.
I'm stuck in the same boat Rachel is on the box. They're huge, so I'm sure you got a lid. Planet Unknown.
I should have done that.
What a beautiful game, production-wise. You got to have the Kickstarter version of this. You got to have the lazy SUSAN in the middle of the table. It is a wonderful game. It's my first one.
Why did you spell that out?
It's an acronym. If you look at the Lazy Susan, it says SUSAN on it. It stands for something. But yeah.
So many things I'm learning tonight. Thank you guys so much.
Number 2.
I'll write that Susan thing down in a second. It's upside down.
Upside down. Okay. Whew, I thought I was just having.
I was like, what?
Okay, so I hate area control type games, apocalypse types games.
Agreed.
But I love this game, guys. Like, it's amazing.
I don't know that one at all.
I don't know it
goodness.
either.
Really, it's Colossal Games and like a Mad Max kind of theme. But
I'm a sucker for Mad Max. Okay.
This is like a must. And the miniatures, like, they're legit.
I gotta look that up now.
Ruin Nation.
Okay. This one, you said area control. One of my favorite simple area control games, Rome. This one is I backed this one purely because of Ryan Lockett and the track record with Red Raven Games. I love Rome. I've taught Rome a bunch of times. And when this was out of print for a little small amount of time, people kept telling me, will you sell your copy? I was like, heck no. I'm keeping the sucker. Rome is fantastic and a game that is highly underrated.
I'm jumping you on this one, Ryan. Usually I try not to do the same one.
No, we're going to have to do the same.
Yeah. But my gosh, the Kickstarter version of this is one of the most beautiful, simple, easy, elegant, Zen-like games you'll ever play.
Absolutely.
The cardboard tiles are fine. And
they're fine. They're fine.
But this right here with the acrylic tiles is ridiculous.
Yep.
You have to own.
So good.
We have a Zen game. Eagle-Gryphon does.
A Zen game?
Called Zen?
No,
Zen?
It's called Karasan Sui. It's a rock Zen game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
It's an older game.
Kohaku with those.
Acrylics.
Man. So
All right, number 3. Oh, there we go.
Chronos Crime. Yes.
Solid.
I have all
solid
of
pick.
them, and I replay them because I forget. Like, and there's just so many
That's
because
funny.
like people can lie. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's
100%.
amazing how well. I mean, you could tell sometimes that the English is off, but
Yeah.
aren't they from like Brazil?
Poland.
Poland. Are they? Yeah. Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. Like
yeah.
they did such a good
They really did.
job,
Yeah.
even with their newest one, the New Orleans one.
Yep.
Yep.
I
It's
backed
a
that
little
one.
bit more cussing than I liked.
Yeah. I backed
But-
that one. I'm looking forward to it, but definitely the adult
Like
themes.
it's
Was the Dark
it's
Quarters,
big.
right? Is that what that
Dark
was?
Quarters.
yeah, the Dark Quarter. It was
Yeah,
good.
the
It was a
prototype
little bit
over there
more
somewhere.
cussing than I liked, but
Yeah.
still good.
That one's going to be
Sure, Rick.
Yeah.
in Poland, essentially the same place. That's right. I always say I'm Brazilian. I'm Polish. Anyway, Aquamarine, a print and play game.
Is that a print and play?
Yeah, print and
Nice.
play game. I love Aquamarine. I can't tell you enough about Aquamarine. Is fantastic. Post something games. Post Rick, put it in the show. Post mail games. I can't remember. Anyway, the support of their games after the print and play comes out, the support that they give and what they offer with what you're paying for is ridiculous. Easily the smallest amount of money for the most amount of game I've ever paid.
That's awesome.
So
Oh, this game is so huge.
Aquamarine.
I'm just going to take the top of it because it's a
Oh
lot
my
easier to
goodness.
lift.
Oh,
jeez.
that's humongous.
Yeah.
Foundations of Rome, Emerson's
Wait,
crown jewel.
I know it's gigantic.
It's
It
like
is-
Black Rose Wars. It's
It's
humongous.
huge. It is. Have you played it, Rachel?
I have not played that.
It's
I played Black
Emerson's Emerson's game. Arc. Is it? Not Arc. Who's it?
Arcane Wonders.
Arcane Wonders. Thank you.
Yep.
It's just the Kickstarter. It's the only way to get this. Everybody gets a tray of minis that are ridiculous.
Tray of buildings.
I do like minis.
You get a tray of building
Minis.
tiles that you're building Rome with.
Look
in
at
the
that
center
insert
board.
though. Like,
I know.
Then
How
they're
amazing
Oh,
is
yeah,
that
this,
insert?
this game is
Inserts are a
ridiculous.
must.
Yeah.
So, where Liz a hat? Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Rachel. You're next.
There we go. That's ridiculous. That's so big.
That's amazing. So this is one of my
Awesome.
favorite games
Yeah.
of all time, and they actually brought it out of the vault recently.
I got an email about that. And
Yeah. And I told them it was one of my
Oh.
favorite games. It plays better at a higher count, but like I played this in German when we lived in Germany, and it was so much fun because there's not that. I mean, there are a few words on it, but like just how loud it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, so much fun. Even the expansion.
Very cool. You already saw Kohaku, so I'm going
I
to steal
did.
my turn. So
I like. Yeah, Jason gave us some.
yeah, Jason had Tiny
Nice.
Epic Galaxies, Rising
Everdell.
Sun, Everdell Complete Collection, Vindication,
Dwellings of Everdell.
Dwellings of Everdell. Oh, Federation.
I know. I just got this. I have played it like 5 times. I can't. This game. It's so amazing. Is absolutely amazing.
That is currently on pre-order on the Eagle-Gryphon website, right?
Yeah.
If
at
you
a
pre-order, you get the cool
discount.
mini
Yeah,
what do you
mean?
and a discount.
Okay.
and a
Yeah.
discount. It's 25. I think.
It is
don't quote me.
It is the Star Wars. I think it's $25 off. Star Wars Senate.
Yeah.
It is a euro. It is a euro. It is a weighted euro, but it doesn't look like it on the table
No.
at all.
It's so good. That was
yeah.
another Ken Hill game that he brought with us. Him when he
it.
came.
Love it.
So good.
Link in the chat right now
Boom, there
if
you
you
go.
want to check that out. Federation. All right, last game on the list.
So I kickstarted this with this. So it's like
yeah.
one.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So I am a big dinosaur fan. Love the Jurassic Park movies. Love Jurassic World.
Yeah,
These
you should.
miniatures are absolutely amazing. I will complain of the box because they they packed too much stuff in the box, and like I have tried to organize this thing, and it still is like this. But both of the games, the Roar and Write is absolutely amazing, and both of them amazing.
Very cool. That's awesome. My most money spent on a Kickstarter would be Zombicide Second Edition. Big game. I didn't know if I would like Zombicide, and I went in telling my wife, listen, I think I'm going to like this game. Are you cool if I spend over $100? And she was like, yes, go for it. I think you'll have fun with it. I got it and immediately fell in love with painting miniatures, fell in love with creating campaigns. In fact, if you go to oneboardfamily.com, you can find a Halloween campaign that I wrote along with my kids. And so you can download it for free. And it's, I think it's called The Dark Halloween, and you can play a campaign.
That right now.
You can play a scenario that me and my family created.
Ryan's a big Halloween guy.
I'm a big Halloween guy. Yeah, I love it.
Wasn't allowed to as a kid, but
yeah. So I was allowed to, but I knew so many of my friends who weren't. So
my number one game of all time. Number one game of all time.
Nice.
I will play this anytime. I have played it.
Let's play it right now.
30. I've played it 35, 30, somewhere 30 something times, which for as heavy as this game is no small feat.
No.
And it's beautiful, right? The insert, the red insert, the board, the Lacerda art. Like I just want another board to hang the board on. Yeah, I'm sorry, the Lacerda game, the tool art. Yeah, it's really gorgeous. Cool. It's
you can buy the posters. Ian has all the stuff like you can actually buy.
I could replace this Marvel poster.
Yes, you should.
On Mars Up.
Nice.
That's cool. 5, right?
Yep, that's 5. 5 of us each. What are we playing right now? Sticking with the Halloween theme. Creature feature.
Sure.
Creature feature from Trick or Treat Studios. This Trick or Treat Studios is the company that makes really cool, realistic masks, Halloween masks. And they got into the board game space about a year ago. And
interesting.
Some of the games that they're coming out with, I'm very, very impressed with. So, Creature Feature, you're going to see a review for it at the end of this week. I really like it. It's a cool game. Like the artwork, Richard Garfield did a good job with the bluffing mechanic. Fun game.
That sounds so familiar.
Magic the Gathering, and what is it? King of Tokyo.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go. I love that game.
Rachel, what are you playing?
So right now I'm all doing digital as the online community manager.
Sure.
We are doing, so I created our Discord channel. We didn't have one before September. And so I've been trying to bring the community together. And so we've been doing monthly board gaming events. So this month I played The Gallerist, which I had never played before. And I was I loved it. And I also got to play Railways of the World. It was North America, but it was the eastern side, and so that was my first time as well. And so each month we will ask our followers or our community who wants to play what day, what time, and we'll try to create the events. So we are doing it again in April. Like I'm always there, so I love playing games, but it's all online right now.
Awesome. In the Discord link there. There you go.
Discord link in the comments. So
and we are having a giveaway there right now for another set.
So if you didn't win here,
so if you're not Richie or Douglas,
it's this set.
Douglas,
it's the GBS set.
Nice. Ryan, what are you playing right now?
You already said yours. And Honshu. Busted that one back out. Love Honshu.
I am playing. This didn't take 3 hours, but it took a while to sticker. I'm playing Jerusalem. We're just gonna call it Jerusalem. I know it's spelled with an I. It's Jerusalem. N-O Domini. It is the story of the Last Supper. It is. It's beautiful. It's Devere. Who is on just like a hot streak.
Seriously.
And
they are amazing right now.
This game is beautiful. It's respectful. It's not aggressive. If you're a Christian, you're going to love it. If you're not a Christian, you're not going to feel like somebody's trying to choke into following something. It's super solid. And
the artwork looks good.
Artwork's gorgeous. Absolutely really gorgeous. The minis are great. It comes with 8,000 stickers. So you do have to do that.
So much. So many stickers.
Well, Rick, it kind of looked like an eye.
So. It is an eye. It's Jerusalem, but spelled with an I because it's in Greek. Right.
Hebrew.
So This is the Greek
Hebrew,
spelling,
Greek?
I think, is what they said. I was
Rick
reading.
says it's Hebrew.
Kick Rick out of there.
We love Rick.
He said Jehovah, not Jerusalem. So
on that, I can't read. So
on that note,
That's
where
funny.
can we find everybody, Ryan?
Yeah, where can people be found? Indiana Jones.
Tanis, speaking of Indiana Jones, Phil Walker Harding loves Indiana Jones, and so
Indiana Jones.
Tanis is in Egypt, and that's where they find the Ark of the Covenant and all this stuff. Like, so round point.
There we go. It's all interconnected. You can find Rachel online. Your Discord is where people can find you the most.
Yep, I'm all over though, all the platforms, every day.
All over.
Everything, everything, everywhere, all at once.
Eagle-Gryphon Games. So
24 hours.
You can find us at One Board Family, oneboardfamily.com. Our website 3 weeks ago got a complete overhaul. Check it out. We've got new way of categorizing things. We're still going through the back catalog. We've got hundreds and hundreds of reviews and previews to work through. So we're getting there though. We're in the 2020s, I think, at this point, recataloging everything, but it's getting done. So check us out. And then Doggy sleeping. Oh yeah.
Doggy sleeping.
All right.
Perfect.
Where they can find you?
Game of Sidekicks. Anywhere you find the name Gaming with Sidekicks together. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, ICQ.
MySpace?
We have a active MySpace page. And especially on our TikTok page. So please do follow us on TikTok, unless your account has been locked out on TikTok and you have no access. But if you have access, please follow us.
Eagle-Gryphon.
Please follow us over on the TikToks where we're doing fun stuff. We're making fun videos.
Very cool. Awesome. Rachel, this has been a really, really fun show. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for filling us in on all the cool stuff that's happening in Eagle-Gryphon. And check out the campaign that is currently on GameFound. Be sure to check out. You've got 10 more days to check out that campaign. Richie and Douglas, after the show, please email me. contact@oneboardfamily.com, and we're going to get you set up with Rachel. Okay?
Perfect.
Thanks so much. You all have a great night.
See everybody.